Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA. Hey, Dave. Nugget. That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. And for Miami, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1. Now here's Adebayo. Good work defensively by Millsap. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size. Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Now here's Butler, following the miss by Jokic. And that one's good by Butler.
I love the aggressiveness by Butler when he's driving the basketball to the bucket.
Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by the Heat.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Jones, no luck. For Denver, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Here's Porter. Second chance effort. Here's Craig. Up again.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And the pass to Robinson. To the paint. Porter against Jones. Shot clock at 6. And Adebayo throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Jokic, it doesn't go for him. Now the Heat take it the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Here's Butler. Can't hit from in close. The Nuggets trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Jokic. An easy 2 points on the layup. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays. I played with some players after they left the gym. They didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. They retain possession. Murray kicks to Jokic. Over Adebayo. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Robinson for three. Miami no good on that time either. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Last time they met was in Denver.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
They now take the lead.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Robinson up top. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Craig. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Outside Porter. Fires the three. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14. Murray with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Jokic.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Free throw line jump shot. The shot will not fall.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
At the end of one, a closely contested. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about
Wins are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
We've got Jay Crowder, Hero out there with Dragic, and there's Iguodala. And it's Olynyk in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Grant, that's good.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
To the middle. Here's Crowder. And he uses the glass on the layup. Crowder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Jay Crowder, not the biggest guy, but he's crafty in the painted area. Knows how to get his shot.
Plumlee, the pass to Grant. And Bull wide open. He shoots, gets the three-pointer to fall. Bull's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Dragic dishes to Olynyk. Over Plumlee. Olynyk can't hit.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Bull kicks to Plumlee. And again, Denver with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
Well, we know Goran Dragic is very crafty. He can get his shot off in that mid-range area.
Here is Plumlee. Morris outside. To the inside. And Plumlee gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Plumlee's got 5 now.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
For 3. Offensive rebound. And Crowder stays with it.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Plumlee against Olynyk. Dozier kicks to Bull. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Hero, no good.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Here's Grant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several All-Star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Now here's Leonard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one misses. A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Torrey Craig in for Michael Porter. There's 25 seconds left in the first half. To the paint. Here's Daniels. Crafty move. Millsap trying to get open. No good at the rim.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
For Denver, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he can't get the first one.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Outside Butler. From downtown, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Butler's got it back down to within single digits for Miami. Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held it 2.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Back to Robinson. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And the Heat, another 3. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level. And I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
Jokic, no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Heat moving the ball around. And Jones has it in the corner. Knocked loose. 5 on the clock. Porter with the steal. Millsap kicks to Porter. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Millsap finds Porter. Back to Millsap. That's the Heat on the break. Here's Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Porter. For Miami, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Both teams will make substitutions. The Nuggets leading by 4. Plumlee, the pass to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Dozier passes to Plumlee. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Hero. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 1-point Nugget lead.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them at a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
And they pick up 2. That's now 8 points for Jokic.
And that shot was huge as they try to stem the tide here and hang on to the lead.
Chalk up 2 there.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Denver. Troy Daniels comes in for Bol. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, there's no lack of range in this. The leading 3-point shooters among the ranks of the NBA's big men the last month. Kelly Olynyk on top.
Well, he has such a phenomenal touch from long range. For a player at any position, forget about just among the big men.
The Heat trail by 3. To the wing on the left. There's Dragic with the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morris outside. 55 seconds left in the third. Dozier passes to Jokic. Here's Dozier. Clock at 4. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
All right, here's a look at stats for Nikola Jokic. Since the break, he's been simply stellar, averaging about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Robinson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Daniels from outside. Unable to get that one. And it's Miami the other way. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home.
Such a big part of Goran's game, the dribble drive.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Murray dishes to Grant. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Grant's got 8.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Deep 2 from Robinson. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nuggets lead by 1. And we'll have the start of the 4th.
Raising a shot. No hit.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Myers Leonard. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. To take the lead. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Daniels with it. Robinson picks him up. Count that one. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Shrugging off the contact. Millsap would not be denied.
Robinson kicks to Butler. Back to Robinson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots it up. Doesn't go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Daniels passes to Craig. And it's the Heat on the break. Robinson misses.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. 3-pointer. Daniels sinks the 3-pointer. And now a 6-point Nugget lead.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Robinson goes in, and the shot goes in.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Millsap kicks to Murray. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Right side, Butler. The shot's good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And that one is good.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Butler against Porter. Here's Nunn. 13 feet away. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Millsap's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And a wide open look for Porter. Denver gets it back. Jokic passes to Porter. Fires for 3. And Jones pulls it down. And it's Jones with the ball for the Miami Heat. They trail by 7. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, his key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Devin, back to you.
Here's Jones, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Craig kicks to Morris. Passes it to Porter. Inside, Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Well, all right, Paul Millsap looking bouncy tonight.
Robinson finds Jones. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 4 assists in the game. The drive by Jokic. Millsap left side. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. That shot misses. Well, he'd go the other way with it. Millsap with the steal. A finish, and finished off by Porter.
Whew. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Robinson for 3. Millsap grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that took.
Porter in the corner. In the corner, it's Morris. And it's off from three-point range.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that trims the lead to 6. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Porter. There's the 3. Rebound by the Heat.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Now, that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
So the Nuggets win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
And his thing, well, a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west this season. Nearly complete. Take a look at the Nuggets. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
Well, I think for Denver, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Lance Thomas out there with Joe Harris. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the point guard. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. Yes, that goes in.
You know, the length of Jokic helps on these contested shots because he knows he can score on just about anybody in the league. You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And a wide open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got 5.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
It's LeVert on the wing. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space when he's shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Millsap showing you some speed. They're turning the Jets on. Far from just a bruising physical forward. His speed in transition, impressive.
And Brooklyn has possession. Denver getting their last shot to go. Pass to Chioza. Goes up on the high post, and he hits the jumper for 2. Chioza's got his second bucket of the night.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Millsap's against Allen. Just 4 to shoot. Swiped away. And they're moving it up. Here's Chioza. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Harris against Porter. Back to Jokic. And it's sent back by Allen.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce. Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Plumlee finds Grant.
All right, a chance to see stats for Temple. How last month turned out for him. He's around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Have jumper, will travel. I'm telling you. Most championship teams They have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Johnson against Morris. Pass to Karuch. Shoots. And Bull pulls it down. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Here's Morris following the bucket by the Nets. And there's the feed to Grant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I tell you, I love watching Grant get busy down there. I mean, his impressive... How about the hops for a guy that long? Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
Dozier kicks to Morris. Pass to Grant. Again, the Nuggets score.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And the shot goes in from Karuch. Nuggets have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Bull the pass to Plumlee. And it's Bull that time on the assist from Plumlee. Bull's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
It's good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
They've got Plumlee. Hole is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Grant, that's good. Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
Here's Plumlee, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Plumlee's got 4 this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Grant. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Bull. And Murray's subbed in for Morris.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
In the corner, Murray with it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Luwawu. It's good from long range. Luwawu's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. On the wing, Harris. Denver grabs the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. And you can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Here is Daniels, guarded by Harris. And the turnover again by Denver.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Johnson. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Now the pass to LeVert. Johnson wide open. He fires. Offensive rebound, Nets.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Outside for Millsap. Over Thomas. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. It's stolen by Morris. Here's the break. Here's Dozier. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
So a tie game here as we finish.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water. And that's a wrap.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Lance Thomas. He's out there with Jared Allen. LeVert out there with Harris. And it's Chiozza in at the point. Allen right side. Passes it to LeVert. Nets passing it around. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his third assist on the night. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Porter kicks to Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Chioza. He has 6. He was all alone on that one. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
It's LeVert on the wing. The second effort. Harris passes to Chioza. Left side, Thomas. Harris outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Murray. 2 points. That one goes. Murray's got his first basket.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Harris kicks to Thomas. And that one clearly. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Daniels, he's checked in for Jamal Murray. Johnson, the pass to Harris. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
LeVert kicks to Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Here's Jokic. Yes, and the foul. It's on Jared Allen.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
A different look for Denver. Grant comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Bull. The Nets also changing it up. Odions Kurucs, he's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Garrett Temple subbed in for LeVert.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Grant down low. And there it is for him. Grant's got 10 points.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Harris inside. He's covered by Daniels. Harris's shot is off. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Pass to Kurucs. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game so far.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball, most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
It's Allen on the wing. 1 second left. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock.
And we'll be back with you shortly. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Stops and run. Stops and run. Sense of urgency, man.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. Monte Morris is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the 4 for Denver. And there's the pass to Karuch. He feeds it to Allen. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Now, here's Morris. Lays it up off the glass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And here is Thomas. Passes to Temple. Left side Thomas. 6 to shoot. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. That ties the game. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, a big reason Millsap's a star is because of his defense. Great anticipation to come up with the steal and push it on the break.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nets also changing it up. Harris comes in for Rodions Kurucs, and it's LeVert in for Garrett Temple. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Look, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
And it goes down 2 points. Allen's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Jokic high post. The kick out to Porter. They get a hand on it. Craig passes to Porter. Goes back up. On the wing, Porter. Off target from outside.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Murray. Outside Porter. The 3. Drills it from outside. And that's 15 points for Jokic.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Gioza passes to LeVert. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Man, I like the competitive spirit of LeVert. Never backs down from taking these enormous shots. That shows you how confident he is.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 2. There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Back to Murray. Denver passing it around. Millsap has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 7 points for Millsap. Crawford passes to Caruch. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night, and Rodion Kurucs picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Monte Morris is checked in for Murray. And that one drops. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble? And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Denver.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Allen kicks to Crawford. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Harris. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet. You know, this is why they go to LeVert, guys, because he's shown he can come through for his teammates.
It's good.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Morris against Crawford. Over Morris. Can't cash in. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Timeout called the Nets. They trail by 3. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Corner shot, and it falls.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg.
lower body fluid and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument.
But traffic in New York City. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami, the advantage in one series. And checking out Brooklyn. just a few spots below there.
And seeing where the Nets are, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Lance Thomas out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point guard. 2 on the clock. Nunn can't get it to fall. Here's LeVert. And Butler sends it back. Here's Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. Here's Chiozza. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
And let's not forget about the assists. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Good.
My goodness, Jimmy Butler is so explosive. Half-court transition, it doesn't matter where it is.
Thomas gets a hand on it. Robinson pulls it in.
Just 1 made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
And slam dunk by Butler.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Oh, gentlemen. Woo, my goodness, step back.
That was incredible. To the middle. It's stolen by Adebayo. A 15-footer. Shot's good from Butler. Butler's got 6.
We know this. Jimmy Butler is an accomplished mid-range shooter, and he's got a tremendous stroke.
Allen's shot is off. For Miami, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And he comes up with the deuce.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Do you not love that by any means necessary attitude from Jared Allen, able to finish through the contact?
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
Adebayo tipped back in for 2. He has 5.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Miami leading by 8. Here's Butler, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. That's now 8 points for Butler.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Robinson against LeVert. Allen left side. Goes up on the block. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered. Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Crowder kicks to Robinson. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Nets. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Up again. Robinson pulls it in. Miami's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Dragic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And it's LeVert missing. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Robinson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Odion Kurucs, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Lance Thomas. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Karis LeVert. And then for Miami, Leonard comes in for Crowder. And Hero subbed in for Butler. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Crawford. The shot from the low post is good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Hero. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's my... Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Miami, Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Olynyk, and there's Iguodala. And it's Leonard in at the power forward position. The Nets making a switch here. Chioza's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Nunn's checked in. No good from Luwawu.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Kurucs. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Wasted no time on that one. Crawford's got 5.
Yeah, D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Nunn. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Chioza scanning the floor. Here's Kurucs. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Jared Allen's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
Nunn passes to Silva. Tries from 10. Kurucs grabs the board. Nets trail by 4. Down low. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Nunn can't get it to fall. And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-6 run. Temple gets the bucket. Temple's got a pair of triples in the second now for Brooklyn.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Offensive rebound. Olynyk. Excellent D there from Allen.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And a missed layup.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Pass to LeVert over Iguodala. And it's LeVert missing. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Silva, he's guarded by Johnson. Dragic's the pass to Silva. Some solid defense from Harris.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Scooped up. Thomas gets to Allen. Inside. Out to Harris. LeVert from outside. And it's Miami with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end. Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Johnson against Dragic. Harris inside the line. Nice shot from the wing. Harris has got his first 2 points.
Boy, when Joe Harris is making this kind of shot, turn the lights out.
Here's Silva. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. It's stolen by Jones. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Basket. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 8 points and 1 block. Kenny, let's start with you. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Thomas is out there with Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Chiozza in at the 1 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Outside for Thomas. Harris outside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension, and what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Count that bucket. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Robinson misses. Nets trail by 4. Pass to Harris. to the paint. Here's Thomas, and he lays it straight in. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Nunn can't get it to fall.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Robinson with it, picked up by Harris, and Jones slams it home.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Allen finds Harris. No good on the three. The Heat leading by 4. Here's Butler. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Allen, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Allen's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch, and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
There's the pass to Nunn. Good ball movement here by Miami. And it's Butler missing. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game. Chioza passes to LeVert. Allen left side. Here's LeVert. Passes it to Chioza. Over Butler. Allen. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Robinson passes to Adebayo. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. So they take the lead. Harris has got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for Brooklyn.
You're one of the best shooters in the game, knocking down shots off the pull-up. Go, Joe Harris. I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Harris. Beyond the arc. And it's LeVert missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And the basket by Jones.
If you make a mistake against Jimmy Butler, this guy will find a way to make you pay. Pretty pass.
On the wing, Harris. Pass to LeVert. Harris kicks to LeVert. But they'll get another chance. Here's Allen. No good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's and a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Olynyk. And it's Hero into the shooting guard position. Dragic dishes to Leonard. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Leonard's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Heat. And here is Johnson. The pass to Karuch. Shoots over Leonard. No good off the back of the rim.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Here's Luwawu and the powerful one-handed slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That'll be his second foul of the game. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Dragic gets the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Out to the right wing. Here's Temple. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Miami leading by 5. The kick out to Crowder. Left side, Leonard. To the inside. Here's Olynyk. Can't hit that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The Heat have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Hero. The rebound by Luwawu. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Kuruc passes to Temple. From 11 feet away, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And for the Heat, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Pass to Olynyk. Over Temple. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his first basket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pass to Kuruc. Back to Johnson. He kicks to Temple. From deep. Rebound by the Heat. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Hero. Here's Olynyk. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Good work there as it goes. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Nets trail by 7. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Kuruc. It's hauled in by the Heat.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Another shot. The shot off that time. Dragic with some nice D. And so it's Crowder with it. I'll bring it up for the Heat. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Olynyk. Left side, Leonard. The kick out to Crowder. Goes back up. And it's Leonard missing. Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Luwawu. Shakes him. Hey, Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard dishes to Dragic. Keeps it alive, and Leonard stays with it. And the Heat lead by 9.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. The putback, it's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
To the middle. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist from Dragic.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Leonard. That one a little long.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pass to Olynyk. Deflects the pass.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvement. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Hang time, moving the plug of the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd me to edit, yeah. I see face, look at it, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss off.
The Heat came into the building looking sharp, but it's... Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2.
Well, there's been a lot of attention around the league about how good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
And Brent, both teams really want this win. Playoff implications are at stake.
This is going to be an interesting night to see who it is that stands up, Kevin, and who it is that realizes the imperative nature of this game for their playoff chances. This could have some seeding implications as well.
And the players know it well, too, don't they?
The players know it well, and the veteran players and the players who have that experience and that hunger to get back there, they're letting the other guys know that tonight, let's lock in and tune it up.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Robinson. It's up a 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Tipped away to the inside. Here's Millsap outside for Murray. Back to Millsap. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. Murray, no good. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. And here's Miami. 4-point game. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
And that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Here's Adebayo. Over Jokic.
There's a quiet intensity that Jokic plays with, especially on defense. Made that shooter a little bit nervous. Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Here's Butler, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside. Utilizes his height and strength well and varies that release point.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Porter pulls it in. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, He is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam, right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the team.
None can't get it to fall. Denver leading by 6. And that one's good by Porter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
At the elbow, Jokic. Murray surveying the D. A step-back shot here. Here's Craig. Millsap controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Jokic taking initiative on defense, showing he has those hands on that end of the floor as well.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Adebayo. Comes up empty down low.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
The Heat shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. First free throw is good.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Morris outside. Bull the pass to Millsap. And so it's Denver. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So you learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Hero out there with Dragic, and there's Iguodala. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Crowder, and at power forward.
That's a lot of hard work in the offseason for Jeremy Grant to become better at the mid-range, finding some footing there.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. Exactly. And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Three-pointer, Daniels. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Dragic against Morris. Here's Hero. His three-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And the dunk by Bol.
And, you know, entering the draft, Bol was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to and maybe still haven't figured it out.
Here's Hero. And the layup's good off the glass. Hero's got 6.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Basket counts, and the Nuggets lead by 8.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
He kicks to Morris. 1:53 left now here in the second. Passes it to Plumlee. Clock at 6. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Dragic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Dragic with a clever play there as he gets close to the basket. Not surprising at all that he finds his way to the charity stripe.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. And then for Miami, Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Robinson down low. He's covered by Daniels. Nice move. And it's Leonard missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Butler against Porter. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Torrey Craig comes in for Plumlee, and it's Jamal Murray in for Daniels. And Miami with a change here, too. Nunn's checked in, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in, and Miami with a change here, too. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Robinson. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Leonard. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Notice how quick Millsap is in transition. He deserves to get the basket. That's a running big there.
Here's Nunn. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all Paul Millsap in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
No. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Porter passes to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Pass to Butler. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Nunn passes to Butler. Shot from free throw range. Butler missing again. The Nuggets leading by 7. Porter outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We'll look at the Nuggets. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And you know, for the Nuggets, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
It's a great point, GA. I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Jones drives in, and Jones slams it home.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Murray outside. Porter passes to Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What a find by the Denver Nuggets. No hype really around Jokic coming into the league. And now he's a star player here in Denver, a franchise player here in Denver, and a heart of a team that's got a tremendous amount of potential in the next couple of seasons. Jokic heading up this offense and shouldering the load.
Rockets the pass to Leonard, and it's in there. Leonard's got his first basket of the night.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Grant. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by the Heat. Olynyk got 4 rebounds now tonight. And with Jokic, he was a second-round pick for the Nuggets back in 2014.
Think about the decision that was made between Jokic and Nurkic and how it is that the team felt like Jokic could grow if Nurkic moved on, which he did to Portland. And now all of a sudden the offense takes off under Jokic, a playmaking 5 that opens up a lot of cutting opportunities. And I know this young nucleus is going to do some great things in the future, mostly behind what Jokic has provided this organization.
Dragic against Morris. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
54 seconds left to play in the third. Grant dishes to Daniels. And the pass to Jokic. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Plumlee is checked in for the Nuggets. Then for the Heat, Crowder comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Iguodala in for Hero.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Iguodala outside. Outside Crowder. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
For Denver, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Plumlee hits them both. 7 seconds left in the third. For the 3. Hit the tip. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Nuggets lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. They've got Myers Leonard, Iguodala out there with Dragic. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Silva in at the small forward position. And the first one at the line is good.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
And Miami making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. It's stolen by Adebayo. One-on-one fast break. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Dozier gets the ball. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Iguodala's drive. Can't connect from short range. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And Crowder slams it in.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Dozier's got his first points of the night.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Iguodala no good. The Nuggets leading by 3 from outside the arc. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. Here's Crowder. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 8 points for Jay Crowder.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Here's Iguodala, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Sometimes you got to exercise patience in the pick and roll, and that time Iguodala did exactly that, slicing the defense up.
Morris into the lane. Leonard with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. All going up court, and they take the lead. Iguodala's got the lead up to 1 now for the Heat.
Man, it doesn't matter what time of game it is. Andre Iguodala ready to step up.
Bull, the pass to Millsap. Misses in close. And that's a foul called on Bull. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams will make substitutions. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Heat. Here's Nunn. He's covered by Murray. Takes a 3. And no good. And Denver the other way now. Craig gets to Millsap. Here's Craig, guarded by Robinson. Millsap passes to Jokic. Denver passing it around. Clock is at 3. Here's Porter. Robinson pulls it in. And here are the Heat. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Butler. Jones. Nice persistence to chip it back up and in. And the Heat lead by 5. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Passes it to Murray. Lets the 3 fly. It's Adebayo with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul. Here is Robinson. Pass to Nunn. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Porter. The pass to Craig. 4 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Here's Jokic. Off target with that shot. And so it's Miami winning this. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.
pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. RPM check benefits the display, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting.
2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K22
and the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Denver. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
And when I look at Denver, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the two-guard spot. And for the Nets, we've got Lance Thomas. He's out there with Allen. Karis LeVert is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Gioza in at the one. A nice shot by LeVert. With the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And Allen slams it in.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Jokic passes to Millsap. Craig kicks to Murray. Stolen by Thomas. For three, Harris. LeVert. Rebound by Murray. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porter finds Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Here's Harris. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Millsap with the steal. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Superb concentration that time from Millsap, the veteran, just able to overpower the defense on these tough finishes.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Allen's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the basket is good. That's 7 points for Michael Porter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Double team on Millsap. Out to Morris. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Harris, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys. A knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
He misses the free throw. Some changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Jared Allen. And Garrett Temple subbed in for LeVert.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in, guys, too, Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
Here's Luwawu. Full Bull making his last shot. Here's Temple, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Crawford's checked in. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Plumlee. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And here's the break. And it's Kurucs missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Grant is just really an aggressive player who welcomes contact on his shots. I mean, the defense has to be careful around him because he's looking to draw fouls.
And Grant drops them both. Now here's Johnson. Passes to Kurucs. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. Kurucs has got 5. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've dictated the pace. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star.
Basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Garrett Temple. Kurucs is out there with Luwawu, and it's Crawford, and it's Johnson in at the point. Out left to the wing. Unloads. Offensive rebound, Nets. Crawford kicks to Johnson. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Taking a look at some stats for Plumlee. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contribution.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
And here we go. Fast break. Plumlee's got it. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's Daniels, uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 10. Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Jared Allen's checked in for Garrett Temple. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Nets trail by 10. Pass to Llewellyn. Stolen by Grant. Daniels with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. The wide open look for Plumlee. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Thomas finds Crawford. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Fades away. Here's Allen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, when Allen gets this positioning, the defense is in trouble, which in turn forces them to commit the foul.
Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Karuch is checked in for the Nets. Here's Millsap. Karuch grabs the board. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Well, Clark, as one Latvian makes his way out of New York, another Latvian, Karuch, makes his mark with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, you know, the second rounder making an impact right out of the gates, ready to be an NBA impact player. He's an efficient scorer, a versatile defender. So far, so good from what I've seen.
Chioza passes to Karuch. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Nuggets going the other way. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and what a gut wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one.
And, Greg, typically there's one statistic that jumps out at you when you're looking at what decided the game. And in that one, it was all about the rebounding battle.
Craig passes to Millsap. Can't get it to fall. Nets trail by 8. LeVert with the wide open look. Good on the triple. LeVert's got 6.
Karis LeVert, one of my favorite young players in the league. He's hard to guard because he's got a quick release and he's very confident in his ability.
Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The pass to Karuch from 11 feet away. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Karuch has got 4 points now in the quarter. And Murray, here we go. Millsap, and it's sent back by Allen. Pass to Karuch. There's Chioza.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive from Murray.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets ahead, up 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Denver came ready to play. During one stretch, they were leading by as many as 11. That's all for now.
Here we go now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brooklyn trailing. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Porter. Not a lot of room. And Jokic throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time. And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Craig. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Passes it to Allen. A fadeaway. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 8 points.
Boy, guys, it's so good to see somebody still taking advantage of the mid-range. LeVert with the bucket.
Here's Millsap. And he banks in the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Porter. Millsap trying to get open. And finished off by Porter.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court. And the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Here's Johnson. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Boy, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Back to Thomas. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Thomas got himself on the board with 3 there.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Porter passes to Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Back to Jokic. And Denver again with the bucket.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Harris passes to LeVert. Shoots the 3. The offensive rebound. No good that time.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Back to Millsap. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Denver lead. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic. Yeah. Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. Marcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Gasol is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Johnson against Murray. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to 10 points. Again, thanks to that one from Allen.
Well, you got to do much more than that to slow Allen. I mean, this guy is long and athletic, capable of converting through contact.
Millsap finds Jokic. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist. And 12 points for Jokic.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Millsap, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Millsap's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Thomas kicks to LeVert. And a miss there on the triple.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Here's Jokic. Excellent D there from Allen. For three, Harris. And that one is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Allen is out there with Farouche. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Luwawu in at the three. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And Millsap slams it in.
He's giving them some major high-octane offense tonight. This has been the Paul Millsap show.
Oh, what a finish!
Did you guys see that? My goodness, Allen got crazy towel.
Daniels dishes to Millsap, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Millsap's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Temple can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
It's good. The Nuggets leading by 18. Pass to Bull. The Nuggets moving the ball around, and Jokic throws it down.
Boy, you got to like how locked in Jokic is on offense now. His confidence is sky high, and he believes he can score on anybody, anytime. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
It's picked off. Here's Farouche, and the Nets another 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And it's Jokic missing. Nets trail by 14. Here's Luwawu. Off target from outside. Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Back to Jokic. Morris outside. And the pass to Jokic. Denver needs to get off a shot, and that one good. And that's now 24 points for Paul Millsap.
And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
Pass to Luwawu. Here's Chioza to the right side. Passes it to Farouche. Kicks it to Temple. On the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Luwawu's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Denver.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2-1 now. Got to be happy about that.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul Millsap.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
For the Nuggets, Porter's checked in for Bull. Torrey Craig comes in for Troy Daniels. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Craig passes to Porter. From deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Pass to Llewellyn. Back to LeVert. Jacks up a three. Bucket's good.
No doubt about it, guys. LeVert testing his range a little bit there, but you know what? You got to appreciate him doing it because that means he's getting more confident.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
You play 2K all the time. You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the... Now Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Allen.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
So the net starting five. They've got Thomas. He's out there with Harris. LeVert out there with Jared Allen. And it's Chiozza in at the point. And for the Heat, Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. Adebayo missed inside. Harris looking it over. Allen passes to Harris. Sinks the triple. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
Here's Nunn following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. Here's Nunn. No good on the quick three. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Charlotte. Chiozza's shot is good.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
LeVert against Robinson. Now here's Adebayo. He's guarded closely. Outside for Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Butler. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Chiozza. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
One of Butler's signature moves, drive, then convert off contact.
Here's Chiozza. Harris outside. Pass to LeVert. The tray. They get it back. Here's Thomas. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
There's the pass to Nunn. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Chiozza. Outside Thomas. Pass to Chiozza. It's LeVert on the wing. And the three ball is good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Heat trail by 6. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Down low, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Wow. Derrick Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's Allen with the jam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
His first step is unreal. Goran Dragic is an excellent penetrator.
Here's Luwawu. Good, nice job down low.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Adebayo kicks to Butler. Jones in the post. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Warriors. Dragic against Crawford. And here's Harris from the arc. And Jones pulls it down. Now Butler with 4 seconds on the clock. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The basket's... Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a friend.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
Iguodala out there with Jay Crump. Then it's Olynyk. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hero into the shooting guard. So that's who Miami starts the second with. The Heat trail by 4.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Lets it go with a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Luwabu's got 5 points so far.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Luwawu, that shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
And Temple kicks to Allen. Second chance shot. And it's Miami with the rebound. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
As long as they maintain that same aggressiveness, they should be in solid shape to come away victorious again.
And the foul called on Jared Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Allen. Here's Iguodala. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Now here's Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the basket by Caruch. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. 4 on the clock. Here's Iguodala. And yes, it's good. Iguodala's got 4 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Luwabu's shot is off.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
The drive by Iguodala. Olynyk finds Leonard. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And too much time in the lane. They get called to the 3-second violation. Nets leading by 4. Here's Chiozza. Pass to Karuch. Fires the 3. Nunn grabs the board.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Butler against Crawford. Here's Leonard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Thomas, no luck. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Butler. Nunn controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nunn's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Thomas, no good. Heat have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Silva, the pass to Nunn. Adebayo with the ball. He's guarded by Thomas. Nifty move. And Adebayo with the lay-in. Adebayo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Crawford passes to Chiozza. Here's Karuch. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Crawford. Shot to stop the run.
That's just hustle by Jimmy Butler.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They only had a couple of rough stretches, and that's going to do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Chiozza. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Thomas is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Allen. And it's Chiozza in at the 1. The Heat with the lead. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Butler feeling it out a bit. Outside for Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Robinson's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Heat.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Adebayo against Allen. Launches it. Knocks down the 3-ball. Allen's got 7 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. LeVert against Robinson. A 3-ball. And the Nets, another 3.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
The Heat shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. LeVert from outside. Rebound by Butler. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Bangs home the trifecta. Robinson's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Nets trail by 5. Johnson with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. With 3, Harris. Robinson pulls it in. He'd have gone 3 or 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And slam dunk by Butler.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
Harris outside. Allen inside. Adebayo on him.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's LeVert. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's just a 3-point Miami lead.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Inside, it's tipped. And Luwawu gets it to go. Luwawu's got his third basket of the night right there.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Dragic kicks to Butler. Here's Adebayo.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Heat shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Free throw good, Adebayo. Some changes for Brooklyn. Caruth is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Temple comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Crawford in for LeVert. To the left wing. Caruth passes to Temple. Here's Crawford. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Adebayo. Not going to go that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Johnson from outside. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat leading by 3. It's Iguodala with the drive. Count that one.
And just a tremendous display of strength by Iggy. Always a threat to convert, even with the contact.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. For Miami, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And Steve, over the last half decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player who comes through when it matters.
It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Iguodala outside. Shoots. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Temple. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And just marvelous work on the defensive side from Andre.
And so it's the Miami Heat in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And there's Iguodala. And it's Nunn in at the point. It's the group on the floor for Miami. That free throw good from Thomas. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And then for Brooklyn, Allen's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Jamal Crawford.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 11. Harris outside. Connects from three-point range.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
To the middle, here's Jones. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. Baseline J on the way, and the basket by Thomas. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Hero. From downtown, rebound Brooklyn. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Temple kicks to Harris. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Here's Hero. Fires for 3. Traps in the tray. Heroes got the lead up to 11 now for Miami. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you're seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution. And you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
It's the Nets now after the Heat pick up 2. Nets passing it around. Harris outside. For 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hero. And again, Miami with the triple.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Chioza, no good.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Nunn passes to Hero. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. And here is Harris. Allen left side. He kicks it to Temple. And there's the pass to Harris. Dishes it to Temple. Pass to Chioza. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Beyond the arc. And the Nets miss again. The Heat leading by 13. To the paint. Shoots from the block. And that one drops. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Heat.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team.
Here's Temple. Here's Chioza. Cans it from downtown.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Olynyk. The 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now Thomas. On the wing, Harris. From deep three-point range. Off on that one. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.